welcome in, everybody. It usually is Throwback Thursday, but today it's Healthy Thursday. I've been doing a lot of research on all the different ways that we get healthy in Middle Tennessee, and there are a lot of really, really interesting places you might not have tried out. Maybe some new protocols that you'd like to try out. We're going to talk about hip pain, and one of the things I thought was really cool is that our electric cooperatives in Middle Tennessee are fantastic. When we have a storm, they are Johnny or June on the spot, as it were, to help us get our power back on. But they also have a lot of safety issues. And with the impending storms that we've got, if lines go down and you are in a car and there are lines down, there's some really important safety issues. And so we want to talk a little bit about the effect of electricity on the body. Our friends at Farm Credit will join us, and we're going to talk first about tonight, kicking off the Nashville Film Festival. I was there at the first one, and this one, I cannot believe it has been going on this long and is now one of the biggest and best and brightest film festivals in the world. And kicking off tonight, the return of Tanya Tucker. It's a fantastic documentary of the biggest year probably of Tanya's life since she had Delta Dawn. I mean, it really was an incredible year, ending with a Grammy. But let's see a little bit about what that documentary looks like that will debut tonight at the Nashville Film Festival.
I have loved Tanya Tucker since I was 8 years old.
Here we go.
Tanya's voice is in all of us that sing country music. And it's time for us to do an about face and recognize that.
Randy. Hi. I feel like I know you.
I want this record to be a renaissance period in her life.
Oh, I love that song. I'm getting chills on my legs.
It's about the influence that you've had, young people and their longing for understanding where their music came from.
To be able to leave behind something.
And I guess music is, the gift I have.
Would you please make welcome to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, Miss Tanya Tucker.
Tanya's stepping out and saying, I'm back and I'm ready to reveal myself in a new way.
It's about to debut in theaters all across America, but it debuted at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and it will be at the Nashville Film Festival tonight. First night, and you get one night tickets. Let's see all the details for the Nashville Film Festival right now. Normally, right now, we would be talking to Tracy Hitz from the Hits List, and we are in the process of moving offices. We're growing and expanding and growing pains, as it were. So I've had to pre-record some shows because we don't know in the new place whether we're going to have internet right off the bat or not. So we're going to pre-tape some shows, and so we're not talking to Tracy live, but she does have a brand new list. You can go to the Hits, Hitz, the Hits List. .com, and it has all the things that are happening this weekend that she says, oh, you just got to see this. You just got to see this. And don't forget to save the date for the annual Dottie West Birthday Bash. Tons and tons of artists and guests at 3rd and Lindsley. And that is October 11th. You can get tickets at thirdandlindsley.com. Don't forget also the Corn Maze at Shop Springs Creamery in Lebanon, the Watertown exit. It is fantastic. The ice cream is great. They have farm fresh eggs and all sorts of pork and beef and things like that. And they have fresh, their glass bottle milk is incredible. They can't get fresher. The cows are across the street. I mean, come on now. And just, there's so many things for kids to do and so many contests. And like this little girl won first place. It was the corn cannon, and she hit the bullseye right off the money and won. And just, it's a really cool thing. And that is a wonderful thing. We're going to be all during the fall talking about some really wonderful fall experiences for kids and for parents alike. So if you've got something special you want to tell us about, reach out to me devinoday@gmail.com. Did you know that when you clean your kitchen with soap and water, it does nothing for the germs? I didn't realize that. Even with antibacterial soap, there is a way to sanitize as well. And we go to our UT Ag Extension office in, I think this one is from Washington County. Anyway, it's a really inexpensive way to create a sanitizer for your cabinets and for your kitchen.
Hello and welcome. My name is Sarah Balance. I am a 10-step program assistant from the Washington County UT Extension Office. Today we'll be making an inexpensive sanitizing solution for your kitchen. When we wipe down our kitchen surfaces with warm soapy water, it only removes the visible dirt and grime, but it does not remove any harmful bacteria and viruses. So we need to sanitize our surfaces in addition to cleaning them. Today, we are going to need the following items. We are going to need a spray bottle. You can get this at your local grocery store or dollar store. You're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon. It's usually the smallest one on your spoon ring. You're going to need unscented bleach. Please do not use splashless or scented bleach, or the formula will not work properly. And also, you will need 2 cups of warm water and a liquid measuring cup. First, we're going to take the spray bottle and fill it with 2 cups of warm, not hot, water. So I already have this pre-portioned out for our video today. So I'm going to take the 2 cups of warm water and put it in our spray bottle. Also, we are going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of bleach. We only need 1/4 teaspoon. In this case, less is more. Be very careful when you're pouring out the bleach because it can come out rather fast. All right, we have our 1/4 teaspoon. We're going to put it in our spray bottle now. Set that aside. Put it back together. And now you have sanitizer for your kitchen. You will want to replace this weekly to make sure it still works properly. So once a week, you'll need to replace your sanitizer. And also, to keep it at best, store it in a dark cabinet area. Thank you so much for watching Washington County UT Extension's video, and have a great day.
I want to put a hats off to my friend Clarine. She takes a little cap full of bleach and puts it in her water when she washes dishes. Just a little capful, just a little bit, putting it in there in the water just to add a little sanitation to the dishes because she likes to wash by hand just like I do. I mean, it's great. Dishwashers are great, but it feels good to my hands to wash dishes. I like to. So there you go. A little sanitizing help. Thank you. Our farm extension service, our ag extension services from University of Tennessee are incredible, and their work and their all of the things that they teach are free. For the most part, I think they're all free. And so take advantage of wherever you are. If you are in a Tennessee county, there is a Tennessee Ag Extension office in your county, and they're teaching lots of great stuff. Well, if you are any way interested in growing your own food in any sort of way, you need to know about our friends at Farm Credit.
Many lenders work in agriculture, but only one works for it. Mission-driven and owned by the producers we serve, we help customers manage risk, grow their success, and achieve goals. More than just another lender in agriculture, we strive to be its most valued. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Farm Credit Mid-America is our local branch, and you can reach them at e-farmcredit.com. It really affected me when I started, when I'm from Louisiana. So when Katrina came in and everybody started moving north, and my little sister called and said they're taking up, the old Howard's department store, and we've got them housed in there. There were people coming from everywhere trying to get away from the storm. Well, we have a lot of storms in Middle Tennessee. We do, and we are preparing and battening down the hatches. A lot of folks have already arrived from Ivan and they're staying in Middle Tennessee. So let's be as kind as we can and do what we can to help those folks. But when the storms hit us and we have electrical wires down on the road and you are panicking and you want to get out of your car, before you do, be sure you pay attention to this from the Middle Tennessee Electrical Service.
Here at Middle Tennessee Electric, as part of the hotline demonstration team, we want to bring awareness to car wrecks hitting light poles throughout our service area. So the last thing we're going to show you before we're done is we're going to show you the best that we can, the effects of electricity on the body. And the only way that we know to do that is to use just a regular old hot dog. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this hot dog and we're going to put it on Miss Electra, and we're going to put her over in the vehicle, and we're going to have her step out of the vehicle while coming in contact. And we're going to show you what the effect of electricity in just this small hot dog for just about a couple to 3 seconds can do to the body. All right, so now you see that Miss Electra is over in the vehicle. Now she's going to exit the vehicle in a manner that is going to be unsafe to her. So as she steps out, steps to the ground, you can see the hot dog is on the far side and it comes in contact with the car, and you see the results thereof. Now, for that short amount of time, you can see that the hot dog really became hot. The whole end is gone, and I'm going to show you where there was not a bone, that it is clean inside the hot dog. You can see right here there is an exit. There is also an entrance right here. So let's cut it open, look at the inside, and see what that done for just that short amount of time. You can literally see how that electricity burnt from the inside out and bubbled the hot dog in just that short amount of time. That is why we try our best to stress to the public that if there is a vehicle that has come in contact with a pole, to make sure of your surroundings, not exit the vehicle unless you have to, and to exit in the proper manner. The main thing is to not panic if you're ever in this situation. Call 911, wait for EMS to arrive, wait for us to arrive, Middle Tennessee Electric, so that we can disconnect power to make sure everything is safe for you to exit the vehicle. If you would like to share this with a friend, family member, we would encourage you to do so. We thank you for the time that you've given us this morning to share this video with you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for all of this service and all the electrical cooperatives, both Nashville Electric Service, Middle Tennessee Electric, Dixon Electric. They all do such a fantastic job of keeping us safe and keeping us in power when the weather is inclement. And it really is, it's a tough situation in Tennessee because we have a lot of areas with water and trees and just a lot. So I hope that that video comes to mind if you are in a unsafe situation. Share that with your kids, because if you have teenage drivers and they're driving home at night and they get caught and there are live wires, make sure that they understand. So we keep these up on our social media pages so you can refer back to them. And we want to try to keep you safe. We're going into the time of year when there are a lot of weather issues in Middle Tennessee, and we've got a lot of storms coming in. We're going to get the aftermath of Ivan. So even though we're inland, we won't get the big brunt of it, but we will get some storms from it, and I'm sure some high rain. So just be cognizant of live wires and what they do and how they can affect the body. And if you do get hit by electricity and you think, well, I'm fine, go get it checked out, because its effect on the body might be something you can't see. How many of you have hip pain? I am often, I woke up one night and I thought, who replaced my legs with somebody else's, because mine never hurt like this before. And all of a sudden, hip pain is an issue. We sit every day. We stay in sedentary positions a lot of times. Well, the Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance has some tips if you've got hip pain, where it comes from, and some physical rehab movements that you can use to kind of alleviate some of that hip pain.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Nashville Hip Institute at TOA. If you've ever had pain on the outside of your hip, you've probably heard of bursitis. A bursa is a fluid-filled sac that surrounds your joint. And we have one, I'm going to show you on Casey here, on the outside of our hip right here. While this is often a cause of pain, what we found is that your abductors, your gluteus minimus and medius, which are responsible for abduction when you pull your leg out to the side, exactly, are often a cause. They can get inflamed by repetitive movements, and they attach at the same spot that the bursa does, right here. So it's always important, if you're having lateral hip pain, ask your doctor, is this truly bursitis or am I having some glute pain? We look forward to seeing you soon.
You've heard of pain in the butt? That's what that is. If you've got sciatica, if you've got those issues, I love what our friends at Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance do for us, and they do some incredible work. And maybe leave in the comments if you have a favorite place that you go to for pain management and for rehab and physical rehab. When it comes to our Tennessee crime fighters, whether it's the police force, the state troopers, anybody that's in law enforcement, we have such a great program here, and we want to kind of salute them now and tell you a little bit about how special our state is and what we do for law enforcement. And if you are a recruit or you need a job and you've always been interested in law enforcement, take a look at this. It'll tell you a lot more about what goes on in our state when it comes to law enforcement.
For over 50 years, the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy has been Tennessee's premier training facility for law enforcement officers. Today, instructors at the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy are preparing a new class of cadets to face the challenges of law enforcement.
We were the first multi-agency academy in the state. We've been doing this for more than 50 years in the same place, and we've been leading the way for more than 50 years. When a chief or a sheriff sends their officer to us, they know that when that officer returns, when that cadet returns as a graduate from this academy, that they'll be trained right and that they will have a good foundation to begin their career.
As an instructor, our role is to be that mentor and that person that helps them go from that unsure citizen that walks through the doors on check-in night to that confident officer that graduates after that 12-week journey. We are constantly observing these cadets while they're here and making sure that we are checking them on, are they keeping their head on a swivel? Are they seeing that threat and calling it out, and all those kinds of things? That's very much a part of the entire journey while they're here. So while we may not be in the classroom, we are very active with these cadets, and each and every instructor here has an investment because they are our future. And so we owe it to them to make sure that we're doing the best we can while they're here.
I've been everywhere from a pizza delivery boy to now a police academy instructor, and this is the most rewarding job that I've had. Even as a police officer out on the street, I know the product that we put out and the things that we teach these people work, because we hear feedback, and if it doesn't work, we'll change it to something else and we'll adapt to what's going on in the world. Because if we police like we did when Toledo opened in the 1960s, now it probably wouldn't be as effective. So we're adapting, we're learning, we're growing as an academy, and I think that goes to show that Toledo is doing what they're supposed to do, and they're staying up to date with the times and what's going on.
You come in here as an individual. You come in here as somebody that maybe doesn't have the confidence and certainly doesn't have the knowledge to do the job of a law enforcement officer. But over the course of 12 weeks, you gain the knowledge, you gain the discipline, and when you leave here, you're a different person. These cadets can't hardly get into the building and sit in the right seats on day one because we put them under such an immense amount of stress. But by the final week in graduation, these cadets have learned how to cope with that stress. They've learned how to operate in a stressful environment. And while we can't recreate what they're going to experience on the street, you know, the transformation from not being a police officer, not being a deputy sheriff, not having that mentality, to leaving here with a service-oriented servant mindset, and also have the ability to deal with the things that they're going to see on the street, I think it is a transformational experience.
We start off setting the tone and letting them know, like, hey, if you don't come together as a group, as a class, you're going to fail as a police officer, because you can't police by yourself. You need your brothers, you need your sisters, everybody around you to come together when you need help. And that's something that we teach them really early on. Once they grasp that aspect of you got to come together as a group, you got to come together as a family, that sets them up for success later in their career, and it starts here at Toledo.
For people who have never walked through these doors on Hell Night or check-in night that may just drive by, they see this place as just a building, but it's much more than just the brick and mortar. It's about the legacy and the tradition and all the souls that have walked through these doors but gone past what Toledo instills in them and serve their communities. So for those that make that transformation and make the commitment, the journey here at Toledo is not like any other that I've ever experienced. You become part of a family, and so many of your classmates and the people that go through this journey with you, you're connected for life. No matter how long you've been doing this job, when you come back, one of the things people want to do is walk down that center aisle, because it is something that has been earned. And Toledo changed my life and made it better, and there's just nothing like it.
When we talk about the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy, the men and women that walk across that stage join more than 23,000 other people that have done the same thing. We are the state academy, but why pick Toledo? We've got the resources of the state, the support of all of the citizens of the state of Tennessee behind this academy, and we've been doing it the longest, and we do it the best.
To learn more about the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy, visit tn.gov/commerce.
I was blown away. I have passed that building before. I didn't even know what they did. I didn't know what Toledo stands for. Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy. And again, that's tn.gov/commerce. And I had no idea about that. Thank you, Bo Bradshaw turned me on to that. So thank you, Bo, for introducing me to that great organization. Well, another great organization that's been around for a very long time is the Y. Middle Tennessee's YMCA system is incredible. But one of the ways to work out, and I'm just not the kind of person that likes just going and working out. And you just go turn me loose in a gym, and I'm not going to do that. But I did see something that was really interesting, and it's martial arts-based exercise, and it's amazing what it does for the individual. It gives not only a good fitness workout, but a good confidence workout as well.
The martial arts inspired classes work your entire body. They work anything from your calves to your shoulders. They get your energy up, they get your heart rate up, the music's really driven. Kickboxing not only improves your coordination, but it also improves your rhythm, it improves your agility and your feet and your arms, your coordination between all your different senses. So it has good beats, and it's a full body workout. What you put into it is what you get out of it. You can burn very little, 300 calories, or you can burn a lot, up to 600-700 calories.
Let's go! Taking it up and down, 15 seconds, up and down.
Anyone can come to any of these classes. You don't have to be a boxer, you don't have to be trained, you don't have to know what moves you're doing.
Hold it for 10 seconds.
You can expect lots of energy, working against natural resistance, toning a little bit as well, getting your heart rate up, and challenging to keep your heart rate up.
Come on, Zach. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
YMCA-mid10.com. You can find out more information about that. They have literally Ys in every part of our mid-state, and it's the family plan is really nice. And I just thought showing you some of those different kind of classes that are around, especially going into the winter months when we may not want to be outside doing certain things. The inside areas where you can do the kickboxing classes, they just seem fun, and they seem to be well worth the time and what it does for your psyche too, right? Well, speaking of, there's something that I found whenever I had a really bad car accident. someone hit me from behind and from the side. And it was just, one of those things. My body was really jarred, and I had never had back pain in my life. I had never had a problem in my life. And then all of a sudden I understood everybody that said, I've thrown my back out, I can't move. I got it. And when I got it, I looked for help from chiropractic, and it was very helpful. So I thought I would share a little bit. We have some amazing chiropractors in our area. Now, it may not be your thing. That's okay, but it helps the overall being. It's not just popping and cracking. There's a lot to it, and making sure you stay aligned and stay healthy. Because if you're in alignment, everything else gets in alignment.
Hey everybody, I'm Chad McClellan. I'm the chiropractor at Chiropractic Nashville. We've been in this one location for almost 23 years now. We absolutely love it. I gotta say, my favorite thing about this is the surprise that people will have when they come to me with something that might not have been on their list of things that they needed taken care of. We'd love to see that light come on.
I've been coming here since 2003. Before I started coming here, I had migraines and back spasms, so I started coming here more often, and he got me straightened out.
I come here and I can breathe. It's his presence, and that presence exceeds just who he is. It's in the staff that he has around him, supporting him. I felt completely at home in his care. There is a holistic approach to being cared for. Sometimes I come to get a chiropractic adjustment, A, because I need it, but also because I come in here and I'm reminded of who I am.
It is Recovery Month. The entire month of September, we are celebrating recovery, from Celebrate Recovery groups in churches to fellowships that are throughout Middle Tennessee for any number of isms to the ones that require just a little bit more. We have some really dangerous drugs on the streets now, and there needs to be a little extra help. And tomorrow we're going to be featuring our Miracles on Main Street, and Josh will be with us from Brooks Healing Center. And we want to make sure that if you have someone in your family, know that there are many, many options. And throughout the month of September here at Main Street, we're going to be sharing them with you.
Healing from substance abuse can be a lonely journey, but you don't have to do it all on your own. At Brooks Healing Center, you matter. We're here to lend you love, support, and acceptance on your journey to find yourself again. With medical detox, residential, and partial hospitalization program levels of care, we help you overcome addiction, trauma, and adverse childhood experiences through personalized healing journeys. Our seasoned team of heart-centered staff is here for you with support, compassion, and hope. At Brooks Healing Center, we'll love you until you fall in love with everything you are.
Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you share us. We like to be informative and inspiring and positive each and every day. And we are seen on all of our Main Street channels. And don't forget, if you follow along with Middle Tennessee News, Main Street has a newspaper for you. And we have social media and we have all that. Plus, we have a handy dandy app and it's free. You go on and you go to your app store and download Main Street Media Television, Main Street TV, and you will find it. It's easy to download. And so right in the palm of your hand, you carry us around. Someone doesn't have Facebook or someone doesn't even know how to work YouTube. It's okay. Download the app. It's free and you can find us all there. Well, you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Be safe, be kind, and remember, most of all, you are loved.
We are home, we are family, we are things to do and places to see. Mom and pop, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main